Ontario Education Online students, and welcome to Unit 4, the unit about Rome. In this unit, we are going to be covering many different topics. First, we start with the founding and the beginning of Rome. How did Rome become Rome? You'll learn about the two brothers, Romulus and Remus, who founded the city. Now, if you notice, the word Romulus, very similar to Rome. So which brother do you think survived? It would be Romulus, and therefore the naming of Rome after Romulus. So we talk about the beginning of Rome, how Rome develops, and we talk about the many different Punic wars that Rome participated in with the Carthaginians. We talk about their military history, how it became a republic, and then moved to an empire as a result of very strong leadership and generals and military. So they shift from being a republic to an empire. You're going to learn about the first triumvirate and the second triumvirate. The famous Augustus, who was formerly named Octavian, that decided to change his name to Augustus and bring stability to Rome. But before that, we have like the idea of Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, their connection in this triumvirate, and then of course their love connection and love triangle with Cleopatra, who was the last Egyptian pharaoh, and the demise of Mark Antony and Cleopatra after that. So we do talk about the major leaders and how we move from a republic to an empire and the social structure and the hierarchy of the people within Rome. We do talk about the gladiator games, the history of what happened at Pompeii, life in Rome for everybody, life, art, culture. Of course, they had gods as well. They had similar gods as the Greeks did, but they had different names for them, as you know. And then we talk about how Rome slowly started to unravel with the effect of the different emperors. So we'll talk about the good, the bad, the ugly kind of emperors, and you're going to assess who was really great, who wasn't really great. For example, Nero, cuckoo pants, very cuckoo. And yet he led for quite a long time. He would be the type of leader that participated in the Olympics and of course had to win whatever event he was in, right? The different leaders that killed off their own mother or their wife because they were paranoid. But then you had good leaders that brought stability to the area, like Emperor Hadrian, who built the Hadrian Wall, right? So they've got like, with anything else, as in any country today too, you've got your good leaders, you've got your not so good leaders. You're going to assess them and determine who was good, who was not. And then we talk about how Rome started to really unravel and lose themselves when they split up. So they split Rome into East and West, and then you have, which became the Byzantine Empire and the Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire ended up falling in 476 AD, and the Byzantine Empire continued for a lot longer. But why did this happen? You're going to learn about why this happened and what kind of culminating events led to that as well. We also talk about how Rome moved from a polytheistic, a religious kind of state where they believed in all those many gods to monotheistic and Christianity forming. And the beginning of Christianity came from Judaism. So we talk about all of these things, and at the very end, you're going to perform your own biofair where you're going to create your own big Bristol board, and you are going to embody one of the leaders, and you're going to act like him and dress like them, and you're going to explain to the people, me, about all your accomplishments and why you're so good at what you do. So you're going to create this biofair for me. And get as creative as you can with that particular presentation. So at the very end, like I said, you have that assignment, and then you have a test, a written test as well. So if you have any questions along the way, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I hope you enjoy this unit of legacy that Rome leaves us.